Right.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty close. Running late, so no countdown. Hello.
Welcome. This is Pop Culture Partisans on the We the People Podcast Network. Thank you for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Go to wethepeoplepodcastnetwork.com.
Feel like a shill.
Sponsored by fucking, I don't know.
I love that company.
They're my favorite.
They seem to be the best.
Yeah.
So that little blurb at the beginning about the time, I'm still a little annoyed that we took all the effort. We have a clock here in the studio, and we took all the effort in the world to try to figure out how to change said digital clock because it was like 7 minutes fast.
Yeah.
Right before daylight savings time.
Yeah.
And then so the next time we came in, it was an hour off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of frustrating.
And we did set it to the right time. It is now again a minute fast already.
Right.
Just because this clock is fast.
Weird. It's a digital clock. It's not on the other clock scale. I don't know what they're called. Atomic? It's not an atomic clock.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So what's going on? How are you?
You know, I'm all right. Thank you for wearing the uniform.
I saw that. Well, I'm not as fancy. I see you got a pocket.
I do have a pocket.
And I heard once that you can either have a pocket or a collar, and that means you're fancy.
Yes, that a pocket is the same level of fancy as a
right
collar.
From the Book of Ted. I believe it's page 34.
Yeah, chapter 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. If you have a shirt with a pocket, you are fancy. You don't have to have anything in the pocket. In fact, it's better to start said day with a empty pocket on your shirt because you never know.
Yes. I don't know. You as you work, as you do whatever, you throw your phone in it, you keep going.
I'm surprised that they never came out with shirts that had two pockets, like a double breast pocket. Why is it that the norm is only left breast pocket?
Like there are like jackets and like higher ends, things with two pockets.
No,
like,
I'm talking about
like buttoned up shirts with two pockets.
T-shirts, just like the one you have on, but with two pentagonal pockets.
Yes. I think it's because it would look weird.
It would look ridiculous.
It would look absurd. It would look like you have like shields for your chest,
booby pockets.
For your booby pockets, yeah.
Yeah, but why does it look okay if you only have one? That's what I'm trying to, and only on the left side. You don't have one on the right. Right. And I assume that's because most people are right-handed. This is just going off the cusp here.
Yeah, this feels awkward.
Yeah, because then I can just reach said nipple.
Yeah. Pen. Take your pen.
That's right. Well, you get the nerd packs. My dad used to have them.
Yeah, the pocket protectors.
That's right.
Yeah,
nerd packs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought they were called that. So even though I know that they're called pocket, he called them that. I'm not.
Yeah.
He is a nerd, and he would say so as much too. But
hey, that happens. We've all done that. My personal favorite was when my mom thought our cousins, were called the Bickersons.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, because your dad called them that because they talk so much.
Yeah, well, and they bicker. They argue all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So the Bickersons are here. And so my mom was like, "Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Bickerson."
That was great. Yeah, I remember hearing that story.
Yeah. Oh, they told that story for
years. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, so I don't know what's going on in the world.
There's one topic that's been going around, but I think we'll save that for Jose's show. I'm sure he wants to talk about that in some detail.
Sure.
And I've already made my stance on that whole thing clear. I think even on this show.
Most likely.
Yeah, so we won't talk about that today.
So what I do want to talk about is what I've been watching lately.
Good. That's what we really do on the show.
Yeah, if you need something,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
All
'Cause
right, so what have you been watching?
I actually, it's been several weeks since I've watched Encanto.
Oh my gosh.
My daughter has since moved past that. I've not watched any more of the Halo show.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
apparently still garbage.
Uh
I am
what?
keeping up though on the news, excuse me, of Halo, just because I want to know how bad it's gonna get.
I
So,
probably just the worst based on everything we've seen.
so it is still really
already.
bad.
Yes. What's up?
Still up there.
Oh geez, that's not the right logo.
Weird. However, what I did watch this week that I wasn't even aware came out was season 4, part 2 of Ozark.
Oh, I have not seen Ozark at all. I've heard good things,
Okay.
but I don't even know the premise.
So a lot of times Netflix descriptions are very off. It'll be like
Sure.
it's a combination of Powder Puff Girls and Dracula. And you're like,
Seinfeld?
yeah, right. And so what they say Ozark is a combination of is Breaking Bad and Narcos.
Right.
And I have to agree.
Okay.
It's a very watchable show. It's not an easy watch on a lot of times,
Sure.
kind of in the way that Breaking Bad was.
Right. You don't want to do other things while watching.
I don't even know if it's that. It's that it's just not always fun.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You know, sometimes it's a little gruesome, a little gritty.
Yeah.
It's certainly not one. My oldest daughter is 2.5, right? We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
My youngest is 6 months. I actually am to the point now where my 2.5-year-old, if she's in the room, like, I probably can't be watching Ozark.
Sure. Sure. I know I've said things around your daughter and she's repeated them.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
like she's reached that point.
Oh, she
just absorbing and like vocabulary.
Yeah. So it's not a show because there's other shows that are on the cusp that I'll watch with her. And like she doesn't care at all. But Ozark,
yeah.
When they really want to emphasize a death, they show it.
Sure.
And contrasted with the fact that they don't show a lot of the minor character deaths. It's like off screen or it's just implied or they just disappear. But there are some major character deaths and they show it in excruciating detail.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. And it's always very quick, but it's shocking.
Right.
So it's not a show that's an enjoyable watch, but it's a nice ride, if that makes any sense.
It does.
And now it's wrapped up. This was the second part of season 4. I think
so that was the final season?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's done. Like
So
it's not coming back.
They didn't pull a Attack on Titan. Did you hear about that?
No.
Like the second part of the 4th season. Like everyone, the 4th season is called the final season, and they aired one part, and then they aired the second part, and everyone was like, "Okay, so the second part, like that's going to be the finale,
right?"
And then they reached the end of the second part, and they're like, "The final part coming out in like 6 months."
Lame.
Yeah.
Well, and so that segues me into it. The other show that I watched was Better Call Saul.
Okay, I have not seen any of that. I do plan on watching it.
I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I figured you would.
But season 5 came out on Netflix, and season 5's been out for a while. It was last year, and now they're currently showing season 6, which is the final season. And I don't know if they're doing what every other show has done, where they're doing 2 parts of the final season.
I think Breaking Bad started that.
I'm sure they did.
Yes.
But I watched season 5 finally. Man, I just love that show.
I've heard only good things.
I didn't watch it until I think 3 seasons were out on Netflix. So that means I think they were airing the 4th season at the time.
Yeah.
And then I've watched subsequently the 4th season and the 5th season now. It's so good. If you liked Breaking Bad at all.
Well, I think it's still headed up by Vince Gilligan, right?
Yeah, correct.
So,
and I don't know how to say this without sounding douchey, but it's really artsy. If you watch kind of the cinematography of it all,
Yes.
he's got like it's a very specific meaning behind the way he shoots things. So if there's a shot where you've got
Well,
uh
it just going off of Breaking Bad,
right,
it always felt very like Western to me. Like Sergio Leone, like Clint Eastwood.
nothing's random.
Yes, deliberate.
Everything has meaning. So if you're wondering why there's a blue overtone to the shot, that means something. If you're
Yes,
wondering
intentional.
why half the shot is split between light and dark, that is supposed to imply something. Nothing is just because. And I really like that because it makes me watch the show with a different eye, I suppose.
I will segue that into my thing in a minute. We'll finish talking
Sure,
about
sure.
Better Call Saul, but yes.
And I'm not sure if the show would be better if I never watched Breaking Bad, and then watch Breaking Bad and then watched Better Call Saul.
Mm,
But I think I like it. I think I like it in just what it is.
sure.
I think it's better. Okay, so if you watch Breaking Bad and then you watch Better Call Saul, I think you'll think Better Call Saul is better.
Well, I will say Breaking Bad got better as it went along.
Oh, yeah.
On a rewatch, because like specifically, they started like the first season. Well, what was the chicken fucking purple? The sister. You know the chick I'm talking about, the Skylar's sister,
Oh, Hank's
wife.
Hank's wife? Yeah,
Yes.
she's obnoxious.
She's the worst.
Yeah.
She like her role on that show gets smaller and smaller
Right.
as that show goes on. Like, do you remember like the shoplifting subplot?
Oh,
Yeah. Everyone forgets about that because the show gets so much like more focused and like tighter.
yeah. Right.
But the first like couple seasons, there's a whole Marie.
That's who. Yeah, Hank
Yes,
and Murray. Yep.
it came to me in that sentence.
Well, so I think you have to watch Breaking Bad and then you have to watch Better Call Saul because it just adds a little bit of flavor to Better Call Saul in that
Sure.
there's Easter eggs here and there. There's references. There's some real dramatic character reveal. Like it's not a spoiler at all, but Hank and his partner there. It's not Garcia, but that's what I want to say.
It's like Gomez or something.
Gomez.
Yeah.
Gomi.
Yeah.
They show back up, but the way they reveal Hank's character is the car pulls up and you just see the tail lights, and then you see the guy get out, but it's focused on the rear of the car, so everything else is obscured. And then you see like a nose to breast shot.
Yeah.
So you can't really tell who it is, and then you see it like him walk up to a window, and then it's him. And that wouldn't mean anything if you didn't know who that character was.
Sure, absolutely. That is definitely something that they probably wouldn't have shot it that way.
Correct.
Like if this was just a new character.
But it's such a good show. There's a couple points you can tell as they start to wrap it up that you're like, there's a couple things that
Well, so I mean,
are questionable.
The hardest thing I think of any show is like to stick that landing.
Well, they're doing the Star Wars treatment. They're trying to tie it. They're going the prequel route.
Well, I think that's the weakness of doing a prequel is eventually you have to like where it ends,
right?
And so eventually you just kind of have to end there,
which is fine because actually there's been a ton of stuff along the way that even though there's no stakes for these characters because they're all going to make it. You actually don't think about that while you're watching the show, which is something that I was worried about.
Yes, that there was a show I watched a while back called Fate Zero. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah. I have not seen a lot of it, but I know what it is.
It's very good. Very good. Fate Zero is excellent. However, it is a prequel. And in those final, I think really just the last episode, it kind of is like, oh, fuck, we got to tie it back into this other thing. Fate Stay Night, which is not as good.
That's what I've heard.
But, up until that point, I was like, oh, shit, this is excellent. And then it's just kind of like, also, like, stay tuned for this, I guess.
Well, so something interesting that they do in Better Call Saul, though, is that they show the character of Saul or Jimmy there. post Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
So, and they only show a little bit every now and then. It's at the beginning of the episode.
Mhm.
He's working at a Cinnabon because that was the whole thing at the end of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But they show a little bit of that.
Mhm.
And every so often it gets a little bit further progressing down the timeline, which is kind
Sure.
of interesting.
Yeah.
Vince Gilligan's come on record and said that Bryan Cranston and
Mhm.
Aaron Paul are going to be in season 6, which is
Okay.
really exciting.
That's fun. That's
and like I guess not major roles from what I've been hearing, but
sure.
they show up.
Yeah.
Because it's the universe, and it's just one of the better shows on TV. When everything on TV is these garbage shows like This Is Us or fucking NCIS 29.
The Blacklist.
Like it's nice to see a well-produced, well-acted, well-directed, well-scripted, which I think is the biggest thing.
Yes.
I would say more than anything, the script of these shows is just on point, and it sets it leagues above the rest of the shows that are on TV.
So I think I'm going to take this point to segue to what I've been watching.
Go for it.
I went to the movies.
You were the one.
I was. I went to the movies. I was actually shocked at how full the theater was when I saw it.
Why?
Specifically because of the movie I was seeing.
Oh, sure. Okay. Not politically.
I've been meaning to go back and watch a trailer for this movie because I'm curious how it was sold. The movie was called The Northman. Have you heard anything about this?
A little bit. I've heard it's good.
It is very good. It's very, and going back to what you were saying about like the script is so deliberate and every shot has meaning and cinematography and like it's very crafted. Have you ever seen The Witch or The Lighthouse? Did you see either of those movies?
Who was in The Lighthouse?
Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. They are the only people in that movie. It's black and white.
No.
4x3.
No, I haven't. But I know what it is.
Okay. I actually did not care much for either of those movies. The Witch or The Lighthouse is this director, Roger Eggers. He also did The Northman. Because I found those to be a little too like this,
artsy fartsy.
Yes, like The Lighthouse is black and white and 4x3. Like a square aspect ratio for people who don't know.
See, old TV style.
Yes, like a tube TV. And like so, it's very like this is like a film school type snob. And The Northman is the first one that I've really, really liked because it has like a plot and like
it's not just art for the sake of being art.
No, it's all it's very so the plot is the story of Amleth, which is the inspiration for Hamlet. Amleth was the original Scandinavian legend, which Shakespeare then turned into Hamlet. So the plot is, child prince, his father gets killed by his uncle. He goes into exile, comes back for revenge. That's the basic structure. Which of course that's been done. As I left the theater, I heard someone say, "Oh, it's just the fucking Lion King." Which it is like because the Lion King is Hamlet.
Yeah,
that's like there's no bones about that. Like that 100% is. But Joe Schmo in the theater doesn't know a Hamlet plot, or in this case Amleth, because Shakespeare wasn't actually that creative when it came to like names and shit.
I was gonna say it's just
he literally took the H at the end and like nailed it.
It's got the Skarsgård brothers in it.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're brothers. They could be cousins.
I think that they're all the guy from Thor. What is his name? That Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård. They're all his kids.
Yes.
Um,
Bill, Gustav, Walter,
yes,
Ija, and Sam. Jesus.
Yeah, one of them is Pennywise. I know.
That's Bill.
Yes, this was not Bill. I forgot who was the lead in this one. One of the Skarsgårds.
Alexander.
Yes. Who, by the way, fucking jacked.
Yeah, I see that.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah, which, by the way, I loved that part of it because through the whole movie, he's like 6'4" or 6'5". Yeah. And you can tell he just towers over everybody else in any scene he's in. And that I always thought was like funny because he's just this fucking bear, which they call him. They're like, oh, he's the bear. And it's like, yeah.
Literally all of the Skarsgård brothers are all 6'4".
Good for them.
Yeah.
They're all that like Scandinavian or whatever, like the mountain people or whatever, you know.
Vikings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm getting a call from spam.
Oh man, maybe they want to sponsor the show.
Yeah. Leave a message.
It's what's for dinner.
But anyway, the Northman. Very deliberate. When there is like action or like violence, it's very what are you looking at? You're just on your phone.
No, I'm looking at things that you're talking about.
Okay. You're making faces. It's very hard to talk.
Oh, sorry.
Like
I was looking at Alexander or Stellan Skarsgård's ex-wife, who's the mom of all the Skarsgårds. Her name is M-Y.
Yeah.
My Skarsgård. No, your Skarsgård? My Skarsgård. Anyways,
well, he's very good. Anya Taylor-Joy is the female lead. I think her big break was The Witch.
Oh, okay.
Everyone who was in The Witch is in The Northman, and Willem Dafoe is also in The Northman.
I saw that.
Like Roger Eggers has a cast that he likes. I'm surprised Robert Pattinson didn't show up at all. He was probably just too busy with Batman.
With the Batman, yeah.
Yes. But it was great. And
nice. It looks like it's doing very well.
But I am shocked at that because this is a movie where it does not like they don't explain like you know how any movie set in like a foreign culture, you know, like they kind of like have to work in like exposition, like you see, like they'll have like a child, you know the scene, they'll have a child, and they're explaining their
see, Billy, this is why we do the things we do. Yeah,
to appease Odin and in Valhalla, that one day we might, you know that
long ago your uncle ventured to a faraway land.
And they just don't do like they mentioned like Odin and Valhalla and all these things and Valkyries and they just are like hopefully you just know like Norse like warrior culture, like okay, like they have to die in battle to go to Valhalla.
Well,
they just assume you know that.
And this proves two things. One, that the general population wants things that are quality, and they're not maybe as dumb as Hollywood directors think they are.
Counterpoint.
However,
yes.
And also quality things will succeed.
I see. I don't know that that's always true because look at did you look at the tomato meter to audience, thing? It's like 96 to like 68. 96 critics, 68 audience.
Yeah.
And as I left the theater, I did hear the fuck were they talking about? I don't get it. Oh, did he die?
Well, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, this is not a movie theater movie.
No.
Does that make sense?
Although I'm glad I saw it in a movie theater.
Sure.
It's like an old movie theater movie.
Yeah.
It's like Ben-Hur or
see it on like 120-inch screen. That's about it.
No, it reminded me of like those old like epics, like the 10 Commandments or like the sweeping like Ben-Hur. I'm trying to think of other ones. Like what I'm talking about? Like Lawrence of Arabia,
Prince of Persia.
The 2010 Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Exactly what I was talking about. Where I liked seeing it in a theater.
Sure.
The final confrontation, and I was really worried about this because they teased this right in the beginning.
Yeah.
The final confrontation is on a volcano.
Okay.
It's fucking awesome.
Mount Gelmir? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
Makes sense.
yeah, and it's terrific. And then, there's an earlier scene with like a fortune teller who's like, eventually, this, your fate lies on the mountain of fire, whatever. And so I was like, they better fight on a fucking volcano. And then they do, and it's fucking awesome.
That's called a payoff.
Yes.
That was the dumb people payoff. Hey, I noticed that.
Yeah. But seeing that in a theater was awesome.
Yeah.
Although I did notice the whole movie is in 16:9. So it didn't take up like the full, like a movie theater screen is 21:9.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Interesting. Ultra widescreen.
Yes, which is why if you watch a movie at home, a lot of times you'll see black bars at the top and bottom of your screen. Because movie theater screens are wider, it takes up the whole screen.
Interesting.
It was weird. I've been rewatching the Marvel movies. The first Avengers movie is in 16:9.
Why do they call it 21:9 instead of 7:3?
That's a good call.
Yeah, you could.
I think it's because 16:9 was the standard for
fair enough.
Like a long time, and then
so it actually doesn't adjust the vertical height; it adjusts the horizontal width.
Yes, and I think that's just to simplify it for people who are like, 60, which is bigger, 16:9 or 7:3? Like,
it's kind of like
people in their head wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, when you're driving on the highway and they have 0.4 of a mile, and you're like, just fucking call it 2/5.
Right.
Like, simplify that shit. I got points off for that.
Yeah, no.
0.5 of a mile, it's a half.
Keep the denominator constant.
Yeah, right.
For people. That they can visualize. It's the reason why
makes sense. Maybe audiences aren't smart.
Like there was a famous story about, I think it was like either Hardee's or Carl's Jr. or someone, in response to the Quarter Pounder, they released the Third Pounder. And it was cheaper than the McDonald's Quarter Pounder.
Yeah, but 4 is bigger than 3.
Yes, that is what people kept telling them. That's what they asked. Like, well, our Third Pounder is cheaper than the McDonald's Quarter Pounder. Why do you go to McDonald's to get the Quarter Pounder? And everyone was like, well, because 4 is bigger than 3. People don't understand fractions.
Should have called it a 5th pounder.
Yeah, they absolutely should have. Because more people would have and charged more for it.
Mm-hmm.
And people would have eat that shit up.
Yeah, probably.
Oh
man.
Yeah, doesn't that bum you out?
Talk about the economy and everything. I went to McDonald's the other day. I hadn't been there in a few months.
Sure.
I usually get McChickens if I go because they're $1.
Yeah.
They're not $1 anymore.
No, what are they? Are they $2?
$1.39.
Okay. It's still like comparatively.
Yeah. I bought like 3 of them.
Of course.
Yeah. I was like $4. Sure.
Can I say who has fucked up the ratio of quality to price?
Who?
Taco Bell.
Oh,
Taco Bell has gotten pricey. And Taco Bell is still garbage.
I only ever order off of the value menu there, and it's like whatever is $1, I'm buying that.
At Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Literally the only thing you're gonna get is cheese roll-ups.
Oh no shit. They used to have the bean burritos.
Yeah.
Or they had like for like $1.50, you could get like the beef and cheese and
the soft taco.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And now I think they're like $2 something.
Oh fuck no.
For a soft taco. And so like ordering 5 is over $10. I'm like, fuck you.
Taco Bell's shit too.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
And that's why the only reason to go there is like, oh, I've had a few drinks. I want some sort of substance.
My go-to, I have to say, is still McDonald's.
I literally very, very rarely went to Taco Bell even before this.
Like,
McDonald's is better. Burger King is the bottom.
Do you think so?
Burger King is the worst.
Because they're expensive or because they're shit?
Because they're shit.
Okay.
And even like, especially if you go off their cheap menu, like their
their value menu is awful.
And like that is the worst garbage. And if I'm going fast food, that's what I'm going for. I don't order the premium, give me finest premium burger, Burger King.
Yeah.
At that point, I'll go get like a Bill Gray's, or whatever.
I don't like Bill Gray's.
Bill Gray's is fine.
I don't like Tom Walls. I don't like Bill Gray's. I used to like Tom Walls. Tom Walls went downhill.
Did it? They took it out of Webster, and so I haven't had. Oh, hello.
Wow. We're back.
Yeah, we're really in sync today.
Not the Backstreet Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Walls used to be good because you could get a frosty mug of root beer.
Yeah.
That was always the best. You had to ask for a frosty mug.
Yeah.
That was also in the Book of Ted, page 54.
Chapter
4.5.
And they make the root beer themselves. Oh yeah.
You get a frosty mug. Oh, it's great. You got to get the buy one get one coupons though.
Bill Gray's doesn't accept the buy one get one coupons anymore.
Oh fuck no. See,
he sent me a picture the other day of
your dad?
of the sign saying we no longer accept expired coupons.
That's the addendum to the Book of Ted. To anyone that doesn't know, the Book of Ted is Austin's dad has a book. It's not actually a book.
Metaphorical book.
A metaphorical book that has
he wouldn't use the word metaphorical.
A legendary set of rules and guidelines for said life.
Yeah.
And it's great. And it's little things like that.
Yeah. Always gotta use the coupon.
Yeah.
You
like big titties? Everybody likes big titties.
Everyone likes titties. Were they nice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's exactly it. It's wonderful. And you can pull out the Book of Ted anytime you want. And it's uncommon knowledge for an everyday life.
To this day, if you tell my dad, you saw titties the other day, still go, are they nice? Were they nice?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tested that the other day.
Nice. Saw some titties.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the answer is always yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, the big titties.
They're nice. Were they big? They weren't big. Oh, not nice.
Yeah, no. He is a big titty guy.
You know what?
That's his thing.
He's simple.
And by the way,
likes what
it's
he
my
likes.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's genetic or what.
It's fine.
But I love big titties.
I mean, you can also like little titties.
Yeah.
But also like big titties.
Yeah.
You don't have to discriminate.
I do have a preference though.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the Book of Ted is equal opportunity.
Absolutely. We did not acknowledge it's May the 4th.
It is.
Yes.
And
we are going to celebrate that. But
his phone to keep up with Austin. No, I was looking up the movie because I wasn't.
1 point for Dan on what?
Tom's all about the commentary, and I just have no idea what's going on. Anyone else knows all the fast food? Yeah, it is.
It has. That's because the price of everything has gotten up. So in order to maintain a low price,
compensate for that, right?
They use lesser ingredients.
But the difference is that like McDonald's is always good. Like it's McDonald's not good,
but comparatively,
consistent.
Yes,
it's consistent and it's always reliable.
I will say, on the other end of that spectrum, I think Arby's has remained consistent, but their prices have gone up.
I have not been. See, Arby's prices started to go up a long time ago.
Yes, and I think they've kept on that, trend, but that's because their food stays the same.
But McDonald's is like, I'm flabbergasted every time I go to McDonald's just because of how insane the entire production of it is.
Yeah.
If you really stop and think about it, it's basically a military helicopter operating in the back with all the moving parts and just the fact that it's so you have half-baked out of their mind kids doing these things and they do it.
Yeah.
And it's baffling to me. And it works.
Yeah. Hey, my younger brother worked at McDonald's for a minute.
Well, true. And he wasn't dumb. I wouldn't.
No, Colby's not dumb. Or whichever brother I was talking about.
Oh, I actually thought it was Tyler.
No.
Oh, then we're all screwed. Never mind. I'm just kidding. But I
believe that, Jose.
I don't know. McDonald's still seems to hold pretty good value. I got a ton of food the other day for $20.
At McDonald's?
Yeah. I bought so I bought enough food that I got a Happy Meal for my 2-year-old.
Nice.
Lunch.
Did you get the Sonic toy?
Yep, I've got 3 different ones now.
Oh, I think Samara's still looking for one specific one.
Oh, which one is she looking for?
I don't know. The blue one.
I've got the blue one.
Oh, she might.
The blue one with the red base?
I don't know. She just said the blue one when I was.
You can ask her. You can tell her I probably have one.
Okay.
She can
asked,
have it.
She
It
asked,
may have.
and by the way, she may have gotten it since then. This was like 2 weeks ago.
Sure. It may have fallen in the toilet. My 2-year-old has a habit of putting Sonic in the toilet. Only Sonic.
Where he belongs.
Apparently. Have you heard anything about that movie? I have not.
So I have I heard a breakdown of the plot and like everything, and like I watched pitch meetings and various things. So I know enough to know that I hate it. Because it continues all the things that I hated about the first one. Which, by the way, the first one is probably a totally fine movie in and of itself.
Who's the generic white guy in that movie?
James Marsden, I think is his name.
Yep.
He was Cyclops. And
that's a callback. We referenced that in a previous Pop Culture Partisans.
Yes.
Generic white guy.
Generic white guy. And I think that's my problem. My problem is that people love it.
Is it too polished? Is it too like
it's so like manufactured. Yes. It is the same plot that they from the Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks, these classic cartoon
Chipwrecked?
Classic cartoon character in our world.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That plot.
Yogi Bear?
Yes. I was going to bring up Yogi Bear. That was the next one that I had on.
Jesus. Who is that? Wendy's, Arby's, Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, and Sonic definitive Bill Gray's a step above. Is that from best to worst? Because that's ridiculous and you should be fired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I would almost take that list and just move McDonald's and Sonic up
to the top.
Maybe Wendy's, maybe in between like Wendy's and Arby's.
We can do that one day here. We can get the food from every place.
Yeah.
Because you can't get fries from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But we can also just do a fries.
They do have fries at Taco Bell now.
Oh, shit.
If they currently have the nacho fries going.
We could do a fries thing.
Yeah.
I'd be about that. And then I wouldn't be hungry later.
Yeah.
Because I'm always starving.
McDonald's has the best fries.
Burger King used to be all right.
I never loved them.
I'd say McDonald's, when they're hot, oh my God.
Oh my God. They're so good. But you have to eat them while they're hot before they turn back into like what they really are.
The secret is you get you actually get 2 large fries and you have them put them in a separate bag.
Yeah.
And then you never take them out of the bag.
Okay. My strategy is to get the fries and those are gone before I get to wherever I'm going.
Yes. I will agree with Jose saying Little Caesars pizza is the worst. However,
no, because Domino's is the worst.
Sure.
But
I still eat Little Caesars pizza and I regret it the next day.
Yes, because Little Caesars is hot and ready. That's what they got.
Yeah.
And that's like, I'm not expecting quality pizza.
They are the prostitute on the corner. You know what you're getting.
Little Caesars is the manifestation of like the phrase like bad pizza is still pizza.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yes.
And it's not the worst.
Right. No, because it's not Domino's.
Yeah, right. But I've also eaten some chain. Like I've been real disappointed in Cam's lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one out by me. I won't say which one exactly.
Sure. I know the one you're talking about.
And I actually know the family that owns it and stuff, but like, man, my mom took my 2-year-old to Library Story Hour the other day, and they came home and they brought a pizza home, and I was like, oh yes, I've been outside. I was working outside while they were doing that because I had some free time. I was sweaty and gross and manly. I was ready for pizza, and it was gross.
Really? That's so weird because I like recently rediscovered Cam's. I hadn't had it for like a decade.
I used to love it. They had real thick crust.
Like thick? And they've never had thick crust.
Well, it was thick, but it was like bubbled.
Oh yeah, it would always bubble.
Yeah. Like they had a certain ratio of yeast in there.
But I love Cam's, and like after rediscovering it, I have had it like a ton. There's one right up the road. Actually, now there's 2 like sort of equidistant from my house. They
Yeah.
just opened one on East Ave,
Oh, did they?
right across from Wegmans, like
No
literally right next to where we used to work.
Oh, no shit. Where? In the old photo store?
No, like the next plaza, like over in like right
Where
next.
the China Garden was?
It's like right. You pass by it as you get onto 490.
Yeah, okay. I know what
Um,
you're talking about. There's
yeah.
a Chinese food place right there.
I think there is still, and it's like there's like a little plaza.
Yeah. Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they just opened that like last week. I tried it; it's pretty good.
Interesting.
Although I also always get extra cheese,
But they
and
are
then I find
very
that helps.
location dependent
That could be.
because they're franchises.
Yeah.
I don't believe that there is one Cam's that's out there.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Like Cam doesn't run the Empire.
There's not like 6 different ones that are like the original Cam's or whatever.
Right.
I've always been really impressed with, as far as local chains go or local stores. What's the one up in Hagedorn's?
Guida's.
Guida's, and then the offshoot of Guida's.
Rhinos?
No, it was something else.
I don't know. I thought it was Rhinos.
It might be, but there was one like that. They have the Schwarzkopf pizza.
Yeah, and then Rhinos has the Donovan.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were on Donovan Street?
Yeah.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, the one in Webster.
Yeah. Yep. Love Donovan Street. Used to live there for a minute.
I didn't for a hot minute.
For a very hot minute.
Yeah. But I still remember. I remember walking up the street to Hank's.
Yeah. Man, I don't think you could buy a house there now.
Probably not.
Like,
well, we only rented when we were
right. I know.
From
probably from the guy that owns all
Cuck.
that. Yeah. Yeah. He probably owns that whole strip.
I think he does.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. Yeah. That's why it's his junkyard right there.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
But anyways,
oh.
Pontillo's is good.
Everyone says that. It's not my favorite.
No, it's not, but it's very average.
Yes, it is fine. It's always fine. Mark's is good. I like Mark's. I like to get like other types. Like I like their barbecue chicken. I like their buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
The pepperoni is fine. It's good, but
I would wager that I think the best Pizza Hut pizza is probably almost as good as any local pizza. And I know that's a hot
Pizza
take.
Hut pizza.
I'm telling you.
Oh no, that's wrong.
You don't think Pizza Hut pizza is good?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. So tell me, it's been a little while.
If it's been more than a couple of years, then it's bad now. It's bad now.
I've never had Pudgy's. Jose says they're fantastic.
Oh, I've heard good things about Pudgy's. I've never had Pudgy's.
However, Pizza Hut, they opened that one up in Empire.
Yeah, the one that used to be where like the Blockbuster.
Yeah,
was.
the bougie one.
Yeah,
it's like it's essentially it's trying to function as like a pizzeria.
Yeah,
you can dine in. Can we put this out there too? Wood fire pizza is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Like all these, like I love Napa. Been there a bunch of times. Always have a phenomenal time. Ferrari's there, I think is what it is now. Great, but their pizza shit. Like, make me better crust.
You know, Jose just pointed out all Pontillos taste different. I've only
same,
had Pontillos from
same with Cam's.
Yeah, I've only had Pontillos from the one in Webster, and I don't care much for it. So maybe I need to give it a different shot.
Well, and see, that's what you got to do. If you move to a town or something like that, you got to find a pizza place, and you got to just hope and pray to whatever God you pray to that they don't change hands.
Yeah,
that they stay, above the margin line, so they're not cutting costs somewhere.
You know where I would go for like a cheap pizza?
Wait, let me stop you.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. What?
Oh, Pizza Hut's garbage. Sorry.
See, I've always had a good time with Pizza Hut.
Yes, I used to.
Okay.
And the quality has declined dramatically.
Really?
It's in sort of an Olive Garden style.
Pre-pandemic decline or post-pandemic decline?
Around the time.
Sure. One of my favorite things about Pizza Hut was the like salad bars or whatever they used to have.
Oh, I used to love the buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buffet was awesome.
Hellfire Pizza at Napa's is Kejit.
I believe it is Kejit. Thanks, Tom.
No, it's too. Talk to me about price, and then like for the price that I get these wood fire pizza, because I've been to all those places.
Sure.
And like I said, every time I've ever been the Napa over, it's probably in Jose's district there, by the burger place. Wow, my God, my brain is mush right now.
Yeah,
It's like the South Wedge area.
Yeah.
But it's the original Napa, I believe.
Mhm.
And phenomenal. If you want a date night or something, go to Napa. It's off of like Alexander, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But it's overrated for what it is.
Sure.
The pizza, anyways. Actually, everything else is phenomenal. But anyways.
Yes. I will say I even got Pizza Hut up until recently. In the last year. But they got rid of the coupons that I would always use. Like they'd have like it was like $9.99 any pizza or $7.99 for a large one topping pizza, which for Pizza Hut, all right, fine. Like I'll pay that. But like I checked the other day and the best coupon was like $15.99 for a large one topping pizza. Who said this? This is Jose. Yeah, it is better eating there. And
really?
Oh yeah, the buffet and stuff
at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's a. Also, I don't. I haven't ordered delivery in years.
No.
I'm a pickup guy. I'll order it and then I'll just go grab it.
Yeah, I don't want transit of my food. I know, like rather Lavelle. Like I've been with Lavelle, and he'll order DoorDash or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people do,
which is fine. I'm just not one of those people.
No, I don't. I've never used Uber Eats. I've never used DoorDash. I've never used Grubhub.
And like it's cool. Like if you want to do that, I just I don't trust the transit time.
Yep, and it'll be colder. I'll have to tip. Like all that stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't want to deal with the delivery fee. I'm like, no, I'll run out. It'll take 5 minutes. I'll go pick up my food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I am a peasant. Absolutely, Jose.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm also a capable, strong, independent woman, and I don't
need no delivery man.
Oh, good. See, Tom says his daughter works for Napa, so I'm on point.
Yeah,
with my Napa recommendation. It is one of my favorite date places because it's one of the few restaurants in Rochester that's casual enough to be relaxing, but it's also upscale enough to feel like you could take people that you care about there.
Yeah. I was gonna say my new go-to for cheap pizza is actually Salvatore's.
Okay.
Salvatore's is solid. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's fine. It's better than a Domino's or a Little Caesars.
Can't deal with the way they cut it.
You can ask for pie cut, which I do, especially if you order online. You
have to.
If you order online, there's a little like, how do you want it cut?
Sure.
Click the pie cut.
As far as eating in, there's a place on Empire, actually. The Salvatore's over there is really good.
Yeah.
I've heard decent things about Mazzaronis too. We used to work right next to one of those.
I went to a wedding once that had Mazzaroni's pizza as the entree.
Listen, you can have it. Don't tell me what it is.
I mean, it was still in the Mazzaroni's boxes and next to the Kool-Aid where they forgot to put in sugar.
Oh, fuck.
It was a very classy wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, she worked at the Mazzaroni's.
Don't. I was going to say, don't pick on your brother, but you gave it away.
No, I think you know who I'm talking about.
I do know who you're talking
about.
That's why, yeah.
Oh, Jose just admitted that his wife is insane.
No, it doesn't. Triangles are death. Look at the infrastructure of the architecture of the United States. Well, it's all triangles.
And specifically with pizza, the way you eat pizza is you grab the crust. You have one, thumb on the crust.
Yep.
Hand underneath.
And you do the Jersey fold.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a thin enough crust. If it's a thicker crust, you don't necessarily need.
Oh, no, fold. I fold every pizza I've ever eaten.
Oh, see, if it's too thick, that sometimes can fuck up the integrity of the pizza.
No. I mean, Tom says we're splitting hairs, but I think this is an important, worthwhile discussion.
Yeah. This is the most important episode of PCP we've ever done.
Literally, stop what you're doing, go out and find a pizza and critique it like your life depends on it.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Oh, yeah. It does.
Swish it around. Waft. Yeah. Swish it in your mouth. Spit it out and then eat it again.
I appreciate the bouquet.
Right. The bucket. Yeah.
The bucket.
Yep.
Bouquet.
But nothing's really nothing's really blown me away lately, pizza wise. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that someone out there has a pizza place that they can tell me about that. I'm just going to be like, I'll drive 5 extra minutes to go there.
Yeah.
I'll spend another $40 on gas to get there.
I've reached the point where I've gotten more like experimental with pizza. Like I was pretty much a pepperoni guy
Oh no.
forever. And now I've like I like the occasional pineapple, like a Hawaiian pizza.
Oof,
You're
weird.
Every once in a while. That's like a 1 in every 15 pizzas.
The best
Type deal.
pizza is white pizza
Yeah. Oh, that is
with what's the cheese? The white cheese.
feta or ricotta?
Ricotta. There you go. My brain is mush. My brain is ricotta cheese right now.
Yeah.
With onions. Oh, we used to get that. Remember when we were out over on Mount Hope? What was the pizza place we went to?
There's a Cam's right up the road.
That must have been it.
Yeah.
Cam's does do, but it was a thicker crust. It was bubbly.
Yeah.
This was the flattest cheese pie I've ever eaten recently from Cam's. It was just.
You say it was ever thick. I don't believe it ever was.
No, I'm talking about just bubbly.
Okay. I like that. It's always been a New York style pizza. Okay, it's coming from Mr. Square Cut.
Yeah, banana peppers are half of a fruit. Come on.
I was gonna say you like banana peppers are a fruit.
Yeah.
Technically, so
and mushrooms are a fungus.
Yeah, and like mushrooms are nuts. Why would you eat mushrooms?
I actually like mushrooms, but I don't like them on a pizza.
I like a deep fried mushroom.
No.
Oh
yeah, fried mushrooms.
Yeah.
Bomb. I like almost anything deep fried.
Yeah. I have like a kitchen deep fryer now, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, you were telling me you do days. You do days of deep frying.
Yes, because that's how you have to. Because you can only use the oil so many times. So like when I am in a deep frying like mode, like that's what I'm doing.
What you got to do is use the oil to fuel your car afterwards. But
Yeah.
Don't just.
Sorry, I just saw. Do you see that? You're a fruit.
Specifically, which one?
What
kind of fruit?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
What
kind of fruit are you?
I'm a big fucking like apple, like a sour Granny Smith apple.
Green?
Yeah,
naturally.
Yeah. Because I'm hearty and just like poof. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
technically I live in the fruit belt.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of fruit would you be?
What kind of dragon fruit?
Oh, because you're exotic and spicy
and fucking gay.
Gay. I don't.
No, I'm just an orange, dependable,
reliable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy to transport.
Yeah. I've recently rediscovered tangerines.
Yeah.
Tangerines are so fucking good.
Well, yeah, the citrus fruit variety is reliable.
Yeah.
Easy to eat.
You like just peeling and.
I have to say,
blood oranges.
I'm not a fan of the Wegmans.
Yeah,
just because of
we've been on record. Yes.
Yep. I don't need the frill. I just need industrial steel shelves with 100 cases stacked high of cornflakes.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah.
Though, if I want exotic fruit,
I think fruit in general.
I don't, and it's only because of where I live.
That could be. I usually I do most of my shopping at Hagedorn's, but fruit I get at Wegmans.
See, almost all my fruit, especially now as we round into the warmer climate weather, anything, it's all local fruit.
Oh sure, yeah.
Cherries, any sort of berries, apples galore. I get apples for like $1 a bushel.
I love apples.
Yeah,
they're so reliable. Good.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If you only got a couple minutes, apple. If you got a few minutes, orange.
Yeah.
Because you got to also peel your orange with a spoon.
What?
If you've never peeled an orange with a spoon, peel it with a spoon. The contour of the spoon almost matches the orange perfectly, and it acts like a little knife. You can even take your grinder, if you have one, and sharpen the edges of your spoon, and then it works even better, which I've done.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal because then you get a perfect peel.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
very 315. I know you're thinking it. But
I wasn't thinking it out loud.
However, it's very good. But anyways,
yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything else today.
No, I think that was, I probably our most like informative and productive episode.
For sure.
Although most people will not make it through a Northman discussion to reach the pizza.
Well, and Tom left a comment that said pizza is pizza, and I highly disagree.
No. Bad pizza can be fine. But like it is not as good as
Pizza
good
is pizza. Stop splitting hairs. No, it's not.
No.
Because then why
that's
can
a wild understatement.
Why can I get a hot and ready Little Caesars pizza that's going to give me indigestion on my way home last week? Yeah, so
yeah, that comment feels judgy, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's called using what you got.
Yeah, I don't see why that's like 315. I don't even understand.
Listen, I live close to Gannett, so I can cook my burgers off the radiation.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's free.
Yeah,
book a TED.
Yeah,
free is best.
Oh, free is best.
Yeah.
Yo, we got these good Tapalo rolls left over from the sock car club. They had too many Tapalo rolls, so now we're eating those for 3 weeks.
We got some cheese. We got some mustard. What more do you want?
Yeah. There's in the fridge there's a bottle of ketchup.
Yep.
And behind that there's an older bottle of ketchup.
There's maybe 2 slices of American cheese.
Yep.
There's definitely some like some sriracha sauce from like 100 years ago.
But yeah, because one of Smara's friends brought it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like anything that like it doesn't look like he would buy,
right?
But it would sit in there forever.
There's mayonnaise for sure.
Yeah,
just not enough.
Never. No. You could you just sort of scrape the edges.
But
yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Nothing but love though.
Yeah.
And
more bread than you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
because you get a whole loaf of bread, but then you get a 1/4 pound of Wonder Bar bologna.
Right. Or the flip side, you've actually got stuff.
Yeah. No bread. No bread. And that is how Taco Joe's came to be. We didn't have any tortillas. So we did have taco meat, a slice of American cheese, and Wonder Bread.
And these kids living in the project.
And, it was served open face. It wasn't a sandwich.
No,
it was a slice of bread,
deconstructed,
topped with a scoop of taco meat, and then a slice of American cheese.
You want Taco Joe?
Taco Joe's.
You want Taco Joe? Make it Taco Joe's.
Taco Joe's. It was, honestly, it's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, it tastes like taco meat
and
American cheese.
And if you complained about it, you got nothing and liked it.
Yes. My brother did not eat that night.
You get nothing, bitch boy.
Yeah. He's still bitch boy on my phone.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to explain that to Lainey the other day, and she did not understand.
No, people, you either get it or you don't, and you can't explain it.
No. Well, I was like, I don't know. He just got nothing and liked it. That's
right.
That's just what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mighty Taco.
Bitch boy. No, they didn't Mighty Taco close down in Henrietta?
I think it did. I think it's gone. You know what I missed that I got while I was in Florida? Krispy Kreme.
Oh yeah. The one that used to be over on Jefferson was phenomenal.
It was so good.
You could watch the donuts coming out the thing, and I'm mad that they don't have that anymore.
When I was in Florida, I got a dozen. There was no parking, so we pulled up. I got out. Then went around, the block, and then you pulled back up to the intersection. I ran across the road.
Just a big 6'4", 300-pound man with Krispy Kreme donuts
hopping in the truck, and we like,
yeah, you got the donuts. I got the donuts.
Hey, hand me a donut.
Yeah, Poison's playing on the radio.
Hell yeah.
Come on, let's roll.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Fuck yeah.
That's a good time.
That's a great time. And it's in Florida, so everyone's sweaty.
The best one was when we were down in Florida, and Matt was with us.
Bitch boy.
Yeah. We had just We had just left Disney, I think. We pulled up to the Krispy Kreme. We sent Matt in with the money. This like homeless lady or whatever came up to the car like, yo man, you got any money? My daughter's in the hospital. I gotta go. You know how they do.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I've heard by like that like specific line like, oh, I'm out of gas. My daughter's in the hospital. I gotta get to her. I can't call nobody. Like that like very specific line of like whatever's. But anyway, we're like, oh, we don't have money. He's got it. We pointed to that. The Krispy Kreme.
That's wonderful.
And on his way out, the lady was like, oh, he's like, I spent it. It's on the donuts. Oh, and you like hopped in the truck. He's like, what did you do?
I can hear him. Now.
Oh, they said you got the money. Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't got any money.
Fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got harassed right down the road here. And actually not even harassed at the Harbor Freight there.
I literally I don't get off at the one exit to go home because there's always someone on the corner. And I never give them anything, and I just don't like them like looking at me while I'm sitting at the light. So I get off at the next exit.
Oh jeez.
I just don't want to deal with it.
See, I used to make concessions like that, but now I just pull right up next to him and just stare.
Yeah. It's just annoying.
I'm just not going to change my route to avoid you.
Don't let me forget. I forgot to ask Chad while he was here. I'm trying to get my pistol permit, but I need to get like references.
Character references. Yeah.
Good luck.
Just buy an illegal one. I mean,
what? Anyway, that's the show.
That's not our outro music. It's close.
Come on. See, it's exactly the same.
Join us next week as we gorge ourselves
on fries of all sorts. I'll get some. You know what people say is really good, and I think it's overrated? Chick-fil-A.
Agreed.